Welcome back to TechKidFX for another Gala Games price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the latest developments that have been happening here on the Gala Games chart, which has continued to obey the Elliot structures. And at the time of this recording, we have lost also a high that we made at around the $0.05574 mark. We are also trading below the 20-day MA, meaning it's acting as resistance here on the 4-hour chart. And before I give you the chart pattern, we also have information over here and the possible breakouts that we could see out of this chart pattern. First, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership. And allow me to start the video here on the 4-hour chart by first giving you a quick recap of what has been happening, where you can see that Gala Games, from these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside, obeying the Elliot structures, where you can see that I have this Elliot structure in blue having the wave 5 making its peak at around the $0.05574 mark, and that move to the upside, it completed an even larger Elliot wave count 1 to the upside of this Elliot structure in yellow. And after seeing the formation of that first wave, whatever we expected next is a corrective structure in the formation of a larger Elliot wave count 2, and using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, that gave me a minimum retracement area in the formation of that wave 2 between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618. And you can see we saw a bit of a pullback over here in this ABC corrective structure, retracing back to the fib level 0.382, so a reaction of that area of the Fibonacci's before we started this bounce to the upside in what I'm terming as the formation of that wave 3, and sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 by connecting the trend based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.10489 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting that larger Elliot wave count 3 to the upside to do. And because of the impulsive nature in the formation of that wave 3, we also expect to see a 5-wave structure in formation within that wave 3, and I believe we are seeing such a structure having this as the first wave. Then we have seen a retracement in the formation of that wave 2, and I believe whatever we are seeing at the moment could be the start of the formation of this wave 3. And by first showing you that the second wave right here has done the minimum that we expect a second wave to do by connecting the Fibonacci's from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618. And after fully maximizing the formation of that wave 2, we started a very nice bounce to the upside in what I'm terming as the formation of this wave 3 in red, and sketching out a minimum target area in the formation of this wave 3 by connecting the trend based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.07331 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting that wave 3 to the upside to do before we see a retracement in that wave 4, and then a wave 5 to fully maximize the formation of these larger Elliot wave count 3. So that is what I'm expecting on the short-term scenarios. And getting to the chart pattern that we have information over here, we have this descending channel, which is a chart pattern that maybe could possibly give us a breakout to the upper side, and that can only happen in case Gala Games is able to get back above the 20-day MA here on the 4-hour chart, find support that we need to continue pushing higher so that we can be able to see a break out of the channel to the upper side. And once that happens, then we can expect a retest of the upper side of the channel before we continue pushing even higher. And in case such a move plays out, then that move will be giving us a break above the wave 1 high, and that is at around the $0.05574 mark. And once that happens, then Gala Games would start to regain its impulsiveness in the formation of this wave 3 to the upside, and we can fully maximize the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3. But in case we continue trading below the 20-day MA, it continues to act as resistance, then there are chances of continuing to unlock even lower prices, get back to the lower side of the channel, and once that happens, then we can expect a breakout of the channel to the lower side. And in case we see a retest of the lower side of the channel, then we can continue pushing even lower and continue unlocking in lower prices, and that is what we can expect on the worst case scenario. And here on the Gala Games chart, in case we continue seeing lower prices or maybe see a straight sell-off, then that would suggest a different Elliot wave count, where I'll be terming the high that we made at around the $0.06324 mark as the high for this first wave to the upside. So we can have these as the high for that first wave to the upside, and in case we see a straight sell-off and maybe see a breakout out of the channel to the lower side, continue pushing even lower, then that would be the formation of this wave 2. And using the Fibonacci's, we can sketch out a minimum target area in case such a scenario plays out by connecting the Fibonacci's from the low of the first wave to the high that we made at around the $0.06309 mark, and that gives me a minimum retracement area between the Fib level 0.5 and the Fib level 0.618, and that is between the $0.03935 mark and the $0.03374 mark, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that. But in case we continue seeing higher prices, see a breakout out of the channel to the upper side, continue holding above the 20-day MA, and also manage to break above the wave 1 high, then there are chances of fully maximizing this target area at around the $0.07344 mark in the formation of that wave 3 before we can expect a wave 4 and then a wave 5 to fully maximize the formation of these larger Elliot wave count 3. And before I give you now the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, allow me to first take a look at the indicators, where you can see that on the RSI we are trading at around the 52 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support higher movements here and also lower movements to the lower side here on the Gala Games chart. And also taking a look at the MACD, we have been able to print a bearish cross fully supporting lower prices, and let's be patient and see how that plays out on the indicators. And jumping to the daily charts to give you the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, basing it on the Elliot wave structures, you can see that here on the daily chart I have this Elliot wave structure in red, where you can see that Gala Games, from these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside, making it to an all-time high at around the $0.85 mark. Then we started the bear market, where we had been seeing low prices in this ABC corrective structure, which might have given us the low for this second wave. And after seeing the low for this second wave, whatever we expect next is a bounce to the upside in the formation of a larger Elliot wave count 3, where we can expect a bounce to the upside, having our target area at the Fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $1.36017 mark. And that is what I'm expecting on the short-term scenarios and also on the long-term scenarios, and I'll be keeping you updated.